There's rising anti-Semitism in America. Jewish voters have supported Democrats by wide margins for generations. In Colorado, there have been multiple protest events where some argue Democrats in charge are tolerating anti-Semitism. How do you clamp down on anti-Semitism without stifling free speech? Mr. Bennett.
Well, I think this is a huge problem, not just in Colorado, but in our nation, the rise of anti-Semitism. And we have to fight it. And we need to make sure that we fight it at every single turn. It is metastasizing in ways that it has throughout our history. At the same time, I think it is really important for us to recognize that there has been a rise of Islamophobia, too, in this state and in this nation. And we cannot import these ancient hatreds to this country. We are, as you said at the very outset, somebody did here, this is a pluralistic nation. This is a nation where we believe in freedom of religion. We each have an obligation to make sure that people feel like they can express their religious freedom. And today in Colorado, there are people that are children, students, who are hiding the Star of David because of the anti-Semitism that we're seeing. And there are Muslim children who are not dressing as they would to hide who they are. That is a tragedy beyond measure in Colorado, and we need a governor who's going to work very hard, as I will, to bring us together.
Mr. Weiser, how do you clamp down on anti-Semitism without stifling free speech?
There may be no issue more personal to me than rising hate and demonization of others. Othering, which can happen to Jews, can happen to the LGBTQ community, can happen to immigrants, can happen to Muslims, is on the rise. Hating is on the rise. As governor, I will honor our American ethos, e pluribus unum. Out of many, we are one. George Washington wrote a letter to a Rhode Island synagogue and said, in America, this is aspirational, bigotry has no sanction. He then quoted from the book of Micah and said, let everyone live safely under their own vine and fig tree. It was actually celebrated in Hamilton. That's what we need to do for all communities. And we need to let communities speak and be heard and have dialogue. That's why I showed up with Colorado Muslim votes to have a respectful dialogue. I was the only candidate who showed up. That's why they endorsed me, and I promised to work with them on this issue.